I caught crabs of Dungeness about this big in the bay, but they go to about this big in the ocean. That's the legal thing, right? All right, let's talk about males and females. They're both legal to keep, but it's highly recommended to release females. One female can give birth to thousands of crabs. This one on the left is a male. This one on the right is a female. Alright, rock crab. They're very abundant. They live near and on rocks, and they're legal to keep in San Francisco Bay. They are different from Dungeness for their shell and the black tips on their claws. Alright, let's talk about crabbing gear. Crabbing gear are crab traps, crab rings, and crab snares. These are crab traps. Okay, crab traps. They're best for open water. They're usually tied to a buoy and left to sit. Crabs come in to get the bait through a one-way door, and then they stay, and they hold the crab. So they're left for hours or even days. They fish slowly but hold the crab. I use eagle claw traps, which are these right here. Alright, let's talk about crabbing rings. So I'll tell you how they work. So they're coming down like that, and they lay on the bottom in a circle. So the crabs come in to get the bait, and people pull them up, and the crabs get stuck. They can be used off piers or tied with a buoy. They're great for short stows, and they fish fast, and they're easy for the crabs to get in.
So, Robbie, you have to pull it up immediately when the crab gets the bait?
So you just wait for 30 minutes or so, or less, and the crabs will go in and eat the bait, and then you pull them up, and the crab's in the net.
So, I mean, is it pulling it up that actually catch it and traps the crab? Or can it go in there and get the bait and then walk off again?
Yeah. They could do that. That sometimes happens.
Oh, so you have to time it correctly. Is that
Yes. Okay. Crab snares. They're inexpensive. They fish very fast, and they can be used from shore. They can be used with a fishing rod. It feels like fishing. So this is off Pacifica Pier. And I'll show you how they work. So the bait goes in here, and the crabs go to get the bait, and because these lines are at the top, they have to stick their claws through the loop to get the bait, and then the people say they pull up, and it brings this loop down into a tight loop, and it traps the crab. But sometimes the claw gets pulled off, but it'll go back. Alright, bait fish. Anchovies and sardines and smelt are some kinds of bait fish. They're also herring. They can be used for bait, or they can be eaten on their own. So this is a bait ball. Okay. Alright. So it's cool in bait balls.
Teaching the young guys.
Look for feeding birds and jumping fish. Sometimes the ball can't be seen from the surface. You just have to try. So these are pelicans diving. That's one indication that a bait ball is there. And this is from underwater, a bird diving, and the bait ball scattering, and there's the bird right in the middle of the bait ball. So they go in bait balls to look like a bigger fish. So other fish don't want to attack. Alright, how to catch big fish. TBP rigs work best, but they're very dangerous. They get into your skin easily, and pulling them out is not fun. Cast into the school and jig up and down. They look like small shrimp. So this is a sabiki rig, and this is also a sabiki rig.
Actually, guys, when we were fishing off the pier, some of the folks that were fishing next to us were using those rigs and just putting those small pieces of bait on them. Really small hooks.
Okay, so bait fish can be caught from docks, piers, or from boats. So this is the Mervyn W. It is a boat out of the harbor I fish out of, Happy Bay. But right now they're in your bay. This is the opposite side. Back there. I didn't see this before, but that might be, see that line right there? That might be the Golden Gate Bridge. So they're great with, how come the boat, it's softer there and there's no wall inside in this area.
It's actually, what you're seeing is the black net over there. That's the black net over there. They're also sunken down really deep. When they're going to take anchovies, they take them live, so they flood their hold with water, circulated water. So that's why it's riding so low.
And they put the net in there, and they flood their hole with water, so they can keep anchovies.
And that building in the background of that picture is probably Alcatraz.
It is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is.
My old one.
And they make great bait for larger fish or crab. Okay, simply cast out, let it settle to the bottom, and slowly retreat. A jigging motion, which is like up and down, up and down. But you have to change it so it looks like shrimp. Instead of up and down, up and down. You gotta go. And it makes the shrimp look like it's swimming. You can get more than one fish at a time. Most sabiki rigs have 5 or more hooks.
What kind of fish are those, Robbie? What were those?
These are either sardines
Those are sardines, yeah.
or
Is that a harbor down there?
Yeah, that's just in the back of the boat, or just in the slip, yeah. We had, yeah, year before last, we had that big run, yeah.
I think
2 years, well, yeah, not last year, but the year before, yeah.
Good.
It was wide open, weeks.
Alright, halibut and other bottom fish. If you're not on the bottom, you're not fishing. You have to have enough weight to get down. You have to have enough weight to get down. Rockfish like structures like rocks or rock walls, and halibut like sandy bottoms. Both like live looking squid jigs or bait fish. Both live and artificial. Dead bait can also be used.
So that's an example of artificial lures you had on the side there? All those are artificial lures that you could use for either of the fish you mentioned.
Alright, if you have a boat, you can troll or drift. Drag a frozen anchovy or herring. A flasher or dodger gives the bait fish action. Sometimes this will look like a bait ball, and it also makes the bait go like this, so it looks like an injured fish.
So you're saying it kind of moves with the water?
The boat's trolling, the boat's moving.
So this is me trolling.
Trolling means moving?
Yeah, the boat's moving slowly in the water, dragging
Okay.
baits.
And this is the rod right there. Okay. Alright. From shore you can jig strip flies. Use a 3 to 4 ounce weight, cast out, and just put them down. Slowly retrieve and try again. Likes to be fewer, just big ones. So these are shrimp live rigs. Okay. Alright, junkfish. They're not really junk. So say you're trying to catch a striped bass or sturgeon, and you catch a shark. So leopard sharks, smooth hounds, and seven gills are junkfish. They're great fighters, and there are plenty of them in the bay. These are 2 smooth hounds, and this is a leopard shark.
So are they called junkfish because that's not what you're fishing for?
Yeah,
Yes.
But you can't eat, I mean,
they're good to eat, but they're.
Some of them are good. Like I ate